to all of the coal counties in Southwest Virginia. I want to thank the United for Coal. I can't tell you how uplifting it was, and my brother from Virginia who works for Alpha said it best. God's going to take care of us. We heard some powerful things today, and the Lord will look down upon that. You see, it's about doing the right thing. There's a lot of people out there who don't care about doing the right thing, but that's what this issue is about. Last week I stood with the UMWA at their barbecue over in Castlewood in Russell County. They have it annually. It was not near as nice a day as you've gotten today. It was about 55 degrees, overcast, wind was blowing. 400 people were there. 400. And they said that day, we're ready to stand and fight again. How many of you remember the Pittston strike?
Yeah.
We're going through something similar to that with this issue about coal today. Now, people who are here, I'm preaching to the choir today because you know how important coal is. And you know how much it means to our communities and to our families. You see, there's a lot of people out here who don't know much about coal. We're trying to educate them. A lot of people think when they flip that light switch on, that's where it comes from, right out of the wall. There's a story to tell. Brandon was up here earlier talking about your friends and families in Ohio. They need to know this is important to them. Let me tell you, Virginia, one of those battleground states, and I must confess this before you get too far along, I am a Democrat. But I'm on record of not supporting the president because he's positioned on coal. How can I represent coal people and support what they're doing? I won't do it. And if I have to run as independent or something else, I'll do that if I want to stay in it. I'll not turn my back on coal. I have a 100% voting record for coal and coal miners in the Senate of Virginia. That won't change because that's who I am and that's who I represent. What Brandon was saying, it's not just important to us here today, it's important for this nation to know. 42% in Virginia of electric generation produced by coal. It's larger than that across this country. There's not anything, nothing, absolutely nothing that can replace that generation today or in the future. Sooner or later, these people who think you shouldn't be mining anything are going to figure out coal is what keeps the lights on. It keeps the heat going. It provides jobs for our community. We got a story to tell, you and I. Don't take for granted somebody else is going to take your part. You got to be a part of that. I asked Brandon earlier, I said, can I add a little soup beans to that cornbread you're talking about?
That's right.
He said, that's fine. We have a lot of that. That's the kind of energy that we need to make sure that people know what coal is doing for this nation. We haven't done a very good job of telling this story. We need to make sure that people across this nation know. Coal is here today. Our grandfathers, our fathers mined it in the past. It's going to be here in the future for you. We can't let an environmental community that cares about nothing stop what we're doing in the coal fields and powering this nation from a standpoint of electric generation. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. I want you to know people across the mountain here have stood with you today in the prayer and hands together from Big Stone Gap to the top of Pound Gap. We saw numbers of people up and down US 23. They are stepping it up. And in Virginia, the battleground state, Romney's ahead.
Yeah.
Just 1 point, but he's been behind by as much as 4 or 5. He's making headway. He needs your help. He needs my help. He needs Virginia's help. You need to get on the phone. Make sure, I told people today as I shook hands with them over on 23, are you registered to vote? Surprisingly, I ran into some people that said, I don't think I am. I said it's more important that you be registered to vote than to be at this rally. You can't help us if you're not registered to vote. If you're here today and in Virginia, you got till Monday. I don't know what it is in Kentucky, but
Just passed.
just passed. Well, if you're from Virginia, you can do it Monday. Make sure you get on that voting list so you can go
Thursday or
vote.
Friday was the last day.
I appreciate the opportunity you've given me to share with you here. I believe coal is our future, and I appreciate my good friend from Alpha saying it's in the Lord's hands because He knows what's best for this nation. That's a good place for us to be in because He'll bless the efforts of what you've done, not only to provide for your nation, but to provide for your community and your family. God bless you and thank you.